Good morning, guys. Welcome to the first lesson of photography. I'm introducing the assignment before I do the teaching element because there's going to be 2 days of the teaching element for this unit because it's a fairly lengthy, it usually takes one entire class to get through the presentation. So I split it up into 2 videos for you so you don't have to sit through however many minutes. And at the end of each section, you can start working on this assignment already. Okay, so that's why I'm introducing the assignment first. So when you're done watching this, you still have to watch the teaching element. This is not going to be that long of a video. When you are done going through the teaching element, you will understand that there are 8 guidelines that I give to help you with your photography to take better pictures, or to at least be aware of some things that make better pictures than others. Okay, so the 8 guidelines that I give, you can go online, and I did online, and I did a bunch of research. Some people say there's 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20, right? There's no real solid, this is the correct way of doing things, but through my research, I've narrowed it down to 8 that I feel are the most important and the easiest to implement, which is why they are in my presentation. So when you're done watching the presentation, what I want you to do is for each of the composition guidelines that I introduce, I want you to go out, take a picture using the guideline well, and take the exact same picture, just change the angle or change it slightly so that you are showing how to do the composition, so the guideline incorrectly. So for every single guideline, you should have 2 images, one where you use the guideline well and one where you use the guideline incorrectly. So an example is going to be the rule of thirds. When you watch the presentation today, you will know what the rule of thirds means. But when you're taking a picture, you're going to take a picture of something which shows the object centered in the image, which is an example of not using the rule of thirds. And then you will take the picture with it slightly off center, which shows the rule of thirds correctly. Okay? Then when you've got your pictures taken, what you are going to do is put them together in a PowerPoint. And I do not have an example for you. I can show you roughly what it is that I would be expecting you to do. But you're going to take your photos, put them on a slide side by side, and then you are going to explain how you have shown the guideline well and how you have shown it incorrectly, and you're going to be explaining how that sort of thing is done. Okay, so on here you would have the name of your first guideline, so guideline rule of thirds. You would add an image here which shows you using the rule of thirds correctly, one here showing how you've done it incorrectly, and then underneath here you would just add a text box. Add a text box and say, this is why this is a good example. And you'd give your explanation there, okay? And you're going to be doing that for all 8 guidelines that I give you. And that is the assignment. Here is the rubric. Basically, do a good job explaining the photo and how it relates to the composition. So this is your explanation of the image, and then you get half of your mark is also going to be coming through how well you show the guideline with respect to the images themselves. Okay, so if you take a picture of, if you're doing the rule of thirds and you take both images that do not show the rule of thirds correctly, then you're not going to get a good mark on this because you're not showing me you know what I'm talking about based on your images. That's the assignment. Once you're done watching the teaching element, I hope this will make more sense. If you do have any questions, let me know. Until then, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys around.